and we will record this session. Well, uh, first of all, we have to access this platform, we need to use the link login.nh.com. When you try this link, you will access to this screen. Then you need to access with your email and then your password, right? For example, the teacher Rahim try to access and we'll use here this. Um, First of all, have a panel that you will use it here. That say classes, assignments, questions, grades, and communication. This panel have some different kind of access in order to have all the tools that you could use. Then here you will see on classes all your classes that you have assigned to have. If you have your class, you will see here. On the left panel, you see some different features of some courses. Here is the name of course, then that I'm highlighted here, and the class tools. First of all, the instructor name, the term that you are using, the roster. The roster is the option that you can use to monitoring the student access that you have. Here you will have, for example, 10 students or 20 students. The quantity of the students that you have on the course is here. And if you pick up here on roster, you will see the name of the students here. The name, the scores, the last login of your student, the last submission that they do to homework, and the access. Then, turning the course, class key things, we use a course key in order to access, and all the students need to have the course key. Here, pick up here, will have the course key is here. You could use it with your students in order to access to your course. I will show you how to use it.
Javier, could you please double check your connection because we're not listening you appropriately.
Okay, well, let me check. Could you listen me, okay? Right now or not?
We've got, right now, yes, but before we had a lot of interruptions when you were speaking and your ideas were like kind of cut.
Oh, sorry for that. I will check that. And first of all, I think it's okay now. Well, following this section, you will see a score view. In a score view, you will note that you have, for example, the time spent for each student, the total score, and the score that the student will have. Here, you will see all the scores about the student and how to use it. You will see the progress that your students and the time spent for your students. Additional, here you will have a show analysis access you could pick up, and you will have an analysis about all the course. For example, the assignment, the points available, the scores analyzed, the mean, the median, the standard deviation, and the mean and max grade about your students. Here you will see that this, and you could use it for um, have a best comprehension about the student scores and the students' progress, right? Then we have another button that said Class Insights. When you pick up here, yes, Mr. John, tell me.
Um, I'm gonna have to leave, as I mentioned before. So I would really appreciate if at some point, Javier, you make sure that they can access their own platforms and that they can perform something in the platform. Okay? Like they do on their own. So they can practice what they are going to be doing when it comes to planning and when it comes to assigning work to students. So
Yes, yes.
please make sure that they have a moment in which they have like the opportunity to try it themselves. Okay,
Okay, don't worry.
so
We'll,
they share screen and everything and show how it works, and if they might have doubts, you can solve them. I mean, I know first is the presentation, but please make sure that at some point they try it by themselves. Okay,
okay, correct.
I'll be coming back in some minutes.
Yeah. Following with the idea, we have here class insights that you will see the status of the classes performance of your students. For example, we have uh, a sign that you will see this sign appears when all the platform don't have elements to have a grade and a specific grade. Then the red one, it's an alert to you in order to check that the topic is not comprehend about your students. The green one, that the topic is correct, and the yellow one that says that some parts of the topic is really comprehensive, but some parts not. Okay, you will see that student by student or activity by activity. As you can see that you will have the status, the activity name, the number of attempts that you have planned here, and the flag that you will see this status. Right? Okay, I will return to the website platform, keeping on was sign. Following that, we have scrolling down our cursor, we have the ebook that you could pick up and open it. Then some class settings that we manage for you, and the communication skills that you could send. Students can send you some different message in order to have uh, communication about, with your students, right? Then, following that, we'll check it. The assignments is very important. This assignment will help you to create the homework that you can assign to your students. Here, an assignment, you need to check the assignments that you will create. To create an assignment, you need to pick up create an assignment, and you will see this editor and this pop-up that you will see here of the mastery assignments that that's an option that we have here. For the first access, you will see that. Okay. Well, to create an assignment, we need to assign a name. For example, homework one. Then you could add instruction to your students, instruction that you have. Please answer the question, all questions. Then we on the following scrolling down, we have the settings part that you could assign some different settings to your assignment, to your homework. For example, the number of submission that you could use, the number of submission that you will use with your students. That means that you will add, for example, one attempt, two attempt, three attempt, four attempt, and five attempt. That is here. The submit answer that you could grade that as a question part, as a question, a complete question on whole assignment to give the points. The score that the platform take into consideration in order to have the best grade, that submission of the best answer for each part. You could use that options. The category of the gradebook, you will assign some different categories here, like a quiz, like a test, like a lab, like an exam, or another. Okay, and you could add points. You could adjust your points in order to um, deduct points in base of the submission that you have. If the student have, for example, three submissions, you will have, for example, 10 points less. Or you could add points and based on early submission. If the students have before the due date, you will you could add, for example, a point. That's the sure. Additional, you will have this button that is very important to have the all students to show their work. This will use it in order to have to show the work from the students. This allows the platform to show the work that you see. We'll see the option when we complete this assignment and assign it. The cheating deterrence is another option. You could choose the question display order that you could set, display all questions at once, or display one question for a time. One question for each student. And you could shuffle for the students the question order. This is a very important option that you could use because if you shuffle all questions, all your students will be or will have another a different test, a different test for each student, correct? Okay, you could use that. That's often display question names if you would have the textbook questions or to have all questions. And we have another options to randomize values on the question. If you could use different values for each student, you could use that. Okay. Well, here we have the student feedback. This is important for you because if you could give your students a feedback in order to and you could decide how to the students will have the answer key. If you can create a guide, a study guide in order to have all the students, you could show the answer key after due date, after you complete, after the date you assign to the homework in order to have a guide. Student can check that. Here, check the exercise and the correct answer. A feedback that you put a tick or an next in order to have is this correct or not correct the question or the answer that the students have. You could add help content. You will have we have tutorials, ebooks, and different links. You could use this practice another version in order to have an available version, a different available version of the question, and the student previous answers, the students could see the previous answer that they select. Okay. Well, here we have another important thing that are the questions. The question you will use to assign this homework. You will add to this homework, right? Here you will pick up add questions, and you could select the book and the chapter you will see for the test or homework you are gonna assign or the quiz. For example, I will select an introduction to algebra. Here, I will have, for example, 55 questions for this topic, for the 1.1. I pick it here, and I will see the question that I can assign. Okay? Here, I can see the question that I can assign to the students, and say fill in the blanks, and the result of an addition is called the, what is that? And the result of the subtraction is called the, you, the answer, the correct answer is that this marked with the key. Here you could see that. The student cannot see that, but you as a teacher, you will see the correct answer. And it, we select the help, and, um, and when we can use the help that we have here, the student will see the help that we have for each question, correct? Well, if we can see that, we could add questions to our homework, clicking on add here. This is a mean that you could use, for example, 3 minutes, that the platform check that as a mean of the students that answered these questions for about 3 minutes. You could use this in order to have an estimated time to solve the exercise. Then you could assign, for example, another question, another one, and for example, another one. You could add some different questions to your students, correct? But if you want or need to add another text, you could use it here. You could select the correct text and the topic that you need. For example, this is here is it to see that if you can change the topic here and the bar, you could select, for example, fractions. You could combine both topics here to homework or an assignment. You could add questions here for the different topics, correct? Additional, on the right of your screen, you will see the question that you can add to this homework or this test. Right? You could select, for example, some, about 3, example, and pick up the add selected to create a pool of questions that you can manage for your students to change the different students. And the pool will select, use one question of the 3 that you select, right? Or 2 or 3, all questions that you select. This is in order to have different tests for each student. And you could select Do you have any doubts here or questions?
No, sir.
Thank you. Okay. Then we could use, for example, we could add some different questions here and have another option that to create a mastery set. What is a mastery set? It's a set of questions, and if you have, for example, you have a requirement here, require two correct questions to have the point the question of the question that you have here. You select first of all the questions, and you could require the number of questions that have must be correct in order to have the point for this question. Okay, then you could require, for example, one question for three is different to the pool because the pool only select and shows the one question for these three. On the mastery set, the student have the opportunity to answer two questions, but if they have one correct, they will have the point. Okay, well, I will pick up an update assignment in order to manage my question. Then I will save my assignment as homework one. And when I save, I can schedule to the course I need. I pick up schedule. And here, I can schedule, for example, the 8A course. I select 8A. Have tips pop up. We have our homework. And I could go for the week that we can assign. For example, if I can assign here from August 11 to 17, I can put it here, my homework, select the due date. If I have my due date, for example, for Friday, and the hour that we have. For example, 23 hours or 24 hours or the specific hour that we have. For example, I will put it here as AM or PM or the hour that we have. We could select the available time that our students will see this test. For example, the starting the course or a specific date. For example, this Thursday, 15, correct? And I can select the time that the students will see this. In order to have a guide, we will select the end of the course. And when I pick up schedule, homework is scheduled for this course, 8A, and will be available of the date on Friday and the available date about Thursday. Correct? You could use this with different topics and with different assignments. You could build some different homework tests as a preview of your course. You could try that. Go to my classes. Here, as you can see, this is the course 8A. But because this is a future assignment, you will see, I'm sorry, but it's on the future, it's here, your assignment. If you use this assignment, you could edit the dates here, view the assignment that you have it as student, or pick up here. This is the student view that you will see as a student. For example, you could select for example here, select the blank, and you will have or mark the correct answer here of the different question. This is the mastery question, and we have the randomized too. And the points you go here. Okay, we could edit this assignment here. We could view and then edit. Here on questions, you could assign the points that you have. If you have, for example, 11 points or 10 points, you could select the most common grade that you will see. You have this, for example, 10 points. The all assignments will be have a different value here, and you could manage the value that you assign to each question. For example, from the pool, I think it's value 4. You could modify these points in order to have here extra points for this pool or not. Always you need to save your assignment. Always save your assignment in order to have all the changes. Okay. Do you have any doubt for this or this option? Another question about that? Okay. Well, we have no questions. I return to my classes. Here on the bar, we have some different menus that we have here, for example, to create a question, to see our class grades, our students. Here, you can select class scores or download scores, or see the whole rainbow right here. I can select the class or view all class. Because we don't have students at this class at this moment, we don't see here, but you will see the student name, the time, and the score. Okay. And you can download scores or import the scores if you have another platform. So you could import the scores or see a whole rating I mentioned. Okay. If you could see how our students will see our assignments, you could pick up here on the right of your screen are at the bottom view as a student. You could select a course. So say click on go. And this is the student dashboard. You will see the student dashboard that we have. In order if you assign some different homeworks or tests, you will see here. At the moment, the student cannot see the assignment because we assign a future assignment. But if you have an assignment here at this time, will you will see this here on my assignment. Okay, the students will see the book, the ebook that we have here, the student could pick up here. I have the ebook. We have a pop-up representing this book, and you will see, for example, if the student pick up chapter that they need, you will have here some different options. The student can select the size of the text if they have a small it or largest they, they need. The student can print some pages, only some pages, not whole the book, and can select the topic that they need. Specify expression and equation, for example. If you pick up the topic, you will have you will see all topic. If you can see the index, you need to pick up here at the 3 points on the of your left, and here you will see all the index of it. Okay. Here I select, for example, this. Okay. As a student, I can highlight some different text that is important that you will check it. For example, I highlight here, and if I need to check it, I will pick up my notes. We will have here highlighted text. I can select another part of the text, add a note about this. Students can note, or if we have a concept, a specific concept, we will select, for example, here and add the flashcard. What is a flashcard? It's a card that they consult about a key term. You will assign a term and click on save here on one, for example, click on save, and the student can have here. Pick up in here, student will see the concept you assign. Correct? Any that? Any other things about that? Is all okay? Okay, thank you. Correct. On the right of the top, you will see the highlight notes, the full book. Sometimes we can have a read speaker of the book. We can select some text. You can select the language and the speed that will use that. For example, and I could say read as low as medium speed. About that, with
Fabi, creo que el
We
audio está
cannot hear you.
hear me?
The sound is not good.
You hear me? Okay. It's my connection, my internet connection here. Will you hear me about this?
In this moment, we can't hear you.
Listen,
But when you're talking before, we couldn't.
okay, I'm sorry for hear that. Do you have, well, I will repeat that. Hello again. Could you hear me or not?
Yes, we can hear you.
That's okay. Okay. Here I will share my screen again. Okay. We have here different options as my notes, and you could use it, the fallback, there is a speaker that you could use in order to speak to have a reader. Here you will select the voice, the reading speak, and you will activate this with when design. But at the moment I think not available to this group. Okay. Then